You can hear?
Yes, we can hear and we can see it.
Romania.
Magda, can you make a bigger size?
The first one, thermal electricity. Second one, hydroelectricity. And the last one being nuclear power. Thermal electricity. The thermoelectric effect is the direct conversion of temperature differences to electric voltage and vice versa via a thermocouple. Thermocouples are widely used in science and industry because they're generally very accurate and can operate over a huge range of really hot and cold temperatures. It's basically an advanced thermometer. The main income of thermoelectricity in Romania is provided by a company named Thermoelectrica. It has been founded in 1998, and since then, the state has invested in it with well over 900 million euros. So, Romania has overall three important thermoelectricity stations. First one, Rovinart, which was founded in 2004 and has an estimated budget of 260 million euros. The Tucson power plant was founded in 1978 and has an estimated budget of well over 800 million euros. It is told that the Tucson power plant is one of the most polluting plants in all over Romania, and it is an important factor in Europe's pollution. But because of the European Union, the emissions have gone down significantly, making an effort to reduce pollution and make Romania a better environment for everybody. Craiova, funded in 2004 and has an estimated budget of 260 million euros. Even though Romania is still using coal as the core of energy production, changes have been made, making a downscale in pollution.
In 1977, the Romanian government signed a contract with ACL to build a 5-unit nuclear power plant in Chernobyl, using Canada Delta uranium reactor technology, the heavy water reactor. Designed to use heavy water produced at the reductable scenario as a neutron moderator, and water from the Danube for cooling. Construction started on the 5 reactors in 1990. Romania currently has 1,400 megawatts of nuclear power capacity by means of nuclear power plant with 2 reactors, which constitutes around 18% of the national power generation capacity of the country. This makes it the 24th largest user of nuclear power in the world. Plans for other power plants. There are also plans for the construction of a set nuclear power plants in Germany that either have 2 reactors of 1,200 megawatts each or 4 reactors of 600 megawatts each, with an electricity generation capacity of 2,400 megawatts. It will be constructed as a twin plant. Currently, several locations for this plant are being considered. Some of the astonishing the French company Areva has been mentioned as a possible constructor for this plant.
In 2015, Romania, the average electricity production was 7,346 megawatts per hour, and the average consumption was 6,500 megawatts per hour. The average hydropower generated was 1,194 megawatts per hour, which is equal to 36% of the battery. One hydropower plant in Romania was in Sinaia and had an installed capacity of 250 kilowatts. Now, Romania has more than 280 with a total installed capacity of 448 megawatts. In Romania, hydropower is the first main source of energy among areas followed by wind energy. Between 1960 and 1990, there were built 100 projects with 50 facilities. This period is characterized by the construction of the most of the hydroelectric power plants in Romania and since the largest. Starting from early 2012, officials approved the construction of around 730 hydropower units of up to 10 megawatts each, all sited on the region of Romania's Central Foundation Mountain. Around half of them are in the final stages of construction. But activists say they have a negative effect on the environment and will do well to have renewable and clean energy use.
Established in 2007, the Green Initiative Association aims to promote a new way of life and a new economy where environmental considerations are a priority. The initiative was established in 2007 when a family from the capital city Bucharest began to be concerned that children in Romania grow up without finding out about climate change and human contribution to environmental degradation. Thus, Marius and Felicia aimed from the very start towards the projects, with the educational field starting with the classroom of one of their children. Over the past years, they have organized more than 30 events with over 900 participants, of which more than half were students from over 50 schools.
I think we forgot something actually. Oh yeah. The fun facts.
The Finnish castle was the first European castle entirely lit by electrical current. The electricity was produced by the classical plant. The castle's central heating and evacuating system is used in initially artificial today. The Romanian city of Timișoara was the first in Europe to have electric street lighting. The event happened 113 years ago on November 12, 1899, when 731 lamps have been turned on for the citizens. Miso was also the first European city to introduce foreground lamps in 1869. Over the last few years, Romania has adopted the usage of electric cars, which has increased up to 50% as production. Not long ago, the Renault company announced the 100% electric car, Zoe, which is a big step forward.
Hello, my name is Sandra and I talked about hydroelectricity.
Hello, my name is Andre, and in this project I talked about nuclear energy in Romania.
Hi, my name is Anka. I'm 15 years old, and I talk to you about ways of combating pollution in Romania.
Hi, my name is Gabriel and I work with thermal electricity and video making.
Hi, I'm Andre, I'm 15, and I brought for you some interesting facts about the energy in Romania.
So this is the video from Romania. Who are the next? Portugal or Turkey?
Portugal we're going to present.
Okay.
Okay.
You want I present? Yes, Julia?
Yes.
I must call Rui, okay?
Okay, so maybe we can start Turkey with our students.
Leyla, Dicle adlı.
Okay.
Can we see the presentation?
Yes.
Today we will talk about fossil fuels in Turkey. What's energy? Energy is the capacity to do work and is required for life process. And energy resources is something that can produce heat, power life, move objects, or produce electricity. And these are some energy sources. Energy sources. There are many different types of energy which all fall into two primary forms, kinetic and potential energy. Energy can transform from one type to another, but it can never be destroyed or created. We use 5 fundamental sources of energy. First one is nuclear fusion in the sun, gravity generated by the Earth and Moon, nuclear fusion reactions, energy in the interior of the Earth, energy stored in chemical bonds. The other different types of energies are radiation energy, electrical energy, motion energy, sound energy, elastic energy, and light energy. And these are the examples. We categorize energy sources into 2 different types, renewable energy and non-renewable energy. Renewable energy is energy that has been derived from Earth's natural resources that are not finite or exhaustible, such as wind and sunlight. Renewable energy is an alternative to traditional energy and relies on fossil fuels, and it tends to be much less harmful to the environment. These are the examples of renewable resources: solar energy, wind energy, hydroelectric energy, geothermal energy, and biomass. We will talk more detail about renewable energy tomorrow, so I pass non-renewable resources. Non-renewable energy comes from sources that will run out or will not be replenished for thousands or even millions of years.
Olha, os truques estão a acabar a apresentação.
Most sources of non-renewable energy are fossil fuels. Fossil fuels were created as the remains of marine creatures decayed millions of years ago under huge amounts of pressure and heat. Most fossil fuels are burned to create energy and electricity, and these are some fossil fuels.
Fossil fuels. Fossil fuel is a term used to describe a group of energy sources that were formed from ancient plants and organisms during the Carboniferous period approximately 360 to 286 million years ago, even before the age of organisms and plants. As they died, they sank to the bottom of swamps and oceans and over millions of years started decomposing under layers of sand, clay, and other minerals. Different types of fossil fuels formed depending on the combination of organic matter, temperature, time, and pressure conditions while decomposing. There are 3 major types of fossil fuels: coal, oil, and natural gas. Coal was formed from ferns, plants, and trees, which hardened due to pressure and heat. Oil was formed from small organisms like zooplankton and algae, where pressure caused the more complex organic matter to decompose. Natural gas was formed by the same process as oil, only it was exposed to more heat and pressure, causing it to further decompose and turn into a gaseous form. Fossil fuels are sought-after energy sources because they have a high energy density. They are the world's dominant energy source. Fossil fuels have a variety of applications from electricity production to transport fuels. They can also be used to make a variety of common products, from plastics to cosmetics to even some medicines. These resources have powered industrialization over history and continue to do so today. Fossil fuels can be an abundant and cheap, or in some cases, a scarce and expensive form of energy, depending on geographic location. For this reason, geopolitical issues arise due to scarcity caused by the natural geographic allocation of these highly valuable resources. Fossil fuels are considered non-renewable resources because they take millions of years to form, which means that once they are used, the resources will not be replenished in a human lifetime. The gradual depletion of the most accessible fossil fuel reserves have forced companies to develop technologies for extracting more challenging or unconventional reserves. In many cases, this means additional safety and environmental concerns as well as higher costs. Fossil fuels are also the largest emitters of carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas which causes climate change. In addition, their production causes both environmental and human health issues. These concerns have triggered society to look at alternate sources of energy that are more environmentally sustainable and renewable. That's fossil fuels.
Coal. Coal is a solid carbon.
Oil. Oil, otherwise known as petroleum or crude.
Sorry. Very sorry about that. Some technical difficulties.
Coal. Coal is a solid carbon-heavy rock that comes in four main varieties, defined largely by carbon content: lignite, subbituminous, bituminous, and anthracite. Coal supplies over one-third of global electricity generation and plays a crucial role in industries such as iron and steel, cement, and carbon capture. Although coal generation plummeted in the United States and Europe, growth in China and other parts of Asia kept coal firmly in place as the largest source, 36% of power generation. Coal is extracted via two methods. Underground mining uses heavy machinery to cut coal from deep underground deposits, while surface mining, also known as strip mining, removes entire layers of soil and rock to access coal deposits below. Although both forms of mining are detrimental to the environment, strip mining is particularly destructive, uprooting and polluting entire ecosystems. And these are photos of coal. Natural gas. Composed mostly of methane, natural gas is generally considered either conventional or unconventional, depending on where it's found underground. Conventional natural gas is located in porous and permeable rock beds or mixed into oil reservoirs and can be accessed via standard drilling. Unconventional natural gas is essentially any form of gas that is too difficult or expensive to extract via regular drilling. Natural gas is the fastest growing fossil fuel. As of 2018, it's accounted for 23% of global primary energy demand and nearly a quarter of electricity generation. This type of fossil fuel is mostly used in industries like iron and steel, and paper. Oil. Crude oil or petroleum is a liquid fossil fuel made up mostly of hydrocarbons, hydrogen and carbon compounds. Oil can be found in underground reservoirs, in the pores of sedimentary rock, or in tar sands near the surface. It's accessed by drilling or land or at sea, or by strip mining. Once extracted, oil is transferred to refineries via train, truck, or pipeline to be transformed into usable fuels such as gasoline, propane, kerosene, and jet fuel, as well as products such as plastic and paint. This type of fossil fuel is mostly used in industries like international shipping, aviation, and the fuel economy.
The usage of fossil fuels in Turkey. In 2018, the total amount of electricity generated was 304.8 billion kilowatts hour, with a 2.2% annual increase. Total installed electricity generation capacity of Turkey reached to 90.72 gigawatts by the end of September 2019. The distribution installed capacity by source was as follows: 31.4% hydraulic energy, 28.6% natural gas, 22.4% coal, 8.1% wind, 2.6% solar, 1.6% geothermal, and 1.7% other sources. These are a few examples. The number of power generating plants in Turkey. As of 2019, the end of September, the number of power generating plants reached to 669 hydroelectric, 68 coal, 626 wind, 52 geothermal, 330 natural gas, 6,435 solar, and 253 others. With this chart, we can see that most of it is fossil fuels. Our main three consumptions being natural gas, lignite, and petroleum, with renewable energies being very minimal.
Graphs below show us the total final consumption of energy by source during 1990 and 2018. These include consumption of coal, natural gas, biofuels, electricity, and oil. As it can be seen, total consumption has increased in all types of energy. Regarding Turkey's consumption during the same period, we observe the shares of electricity and natural gas increasing. These graphs show us the total final consumption of energy by sectors. Sectors include industry, residential, commercial and public services, agriculture and forestry. Quite a bit of different for Turkey is the relative increases in the transport, commercial and public and industry.
The advantages of fossil fuels. It is readily available for the time being. There are never any delays or difficulties to get the fuel and the energy we need. Comparatively easy to produce energy from setting up the power plants to producing and distributing the fuels. It is relatively easy in comparison to renewable energy. They are cheap and reliable. Even though extracting the fuels can be expensive, the return on investment is incredible. In addition, with the new technology, extracting fossil fuels is cheaper than installing solar technology, etc. The technology made to harness the fossil fuels is very well developed. These fuels are located all over the world, so finding the places where they can be extracted is very easy. Moreover, you only need a little amount of energy, so it's also very efficient. Fossil fuels create many jobs, from mining to administration, construction, etc. Fossil fuels give rise to hundreds of jobs per year. The disadvantages of fossil fuels. They aren't renewable and will eventually run out. The maximum time of usage for coal is said to be 120 years, and natural gases and petroleum to be 50 years, according to 2015 data, before they run out. People would need a huge amount of reserves to be able to meet the continual need for energy and fuels, and which obviously will not happen in the near future. They release a huge amount of carbon dioxide, as said in the video. This adds to the greenhouse gases and global warming. They also release sulfur dioxide, which creates acid rain, harming wildlife. They cause an unbelievable amount of pollution affecting our health and the life around us, from marine to plant life and everything in between. As these fuels need to be burnt to create energy, when accidents happen, it can be pretty catastrophic. These are our references, and thank you for listening.
Thank you. And now we have another presentation.
I think it's Portuguese now.
Okay. Please, the Portuguese team.
I cannot share my screen. You are blocking, Magda.
You are not co-host.
I'm not allowed to share.
Okay, Dilek, please make Rui co-host.
Okay. Sorry, Rui, your name is different in the Zoom?
I think no.
No, it's Rui Miguel Ribeiro.
You can't find me?
No.
Rui Miguel.
Hello, I'm here. Hello.
Julia, because I can't see the Rui's name.
I can see, but I can make host because you are host. But I can give permission to Rui. Let's check.
Yeah, you can give Rui.
I can. Did you find it?
No.
Is after Manuela. It is after Manuela in my at the final of
If you
this.
give me a host, then I can find. I can. No, no, hayır onu yapamazsın. Host yapma. No, don't.
At the beginning,
Can you, Rui? Can you talk again? Just talk.
Yes, yes. Hello, Julia.
Okay.
How are you?
Thank
you
you
fine?
very much. How are you?
Good morning, everyone.
Please check the microphone.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
check the, okay. You find it.
Okay, okay.
so
okay.
now the Portuguese team present video about
Okay.
fuel and fossil energy.
It's not this one. This one. Okay. This is from. It's not this one. Okay, just a minute.
Yes, it's this one. Rui.
Okay. Yes, yes.
Yes,
This one.
yes.
Okay.
the sound is not working.
Naturally replenish themselves and never run out.
And
The
now.
most common sources are solar, wind,
Now it's
hydro,
okay.
It's okay?
and biomass. Over 80% of total energy consumed by humans is derived from fossil fuels. However, renewables are the fastest growing source of energy in the world. While renewable energy has many advantages, it is not without downsides. It is difficult for renewable energy sources to generate power on the same large scale as fossil fuels. Building wind farms and dams can disrupt wildlife and migration patterns and lead to ecological destruction. Both solar and wind energy are intermittent. They only generate power while the sun is shining or while the wind is blowing. Batteries can store excess energy for later use. However, they are often costly.
When she was just a girl, she expected the world, but it flew away.
Environment, energy, green growth, clean techs. It's an agenda that is not just seen as an environment-friendly agenda, but in Portugal, it's really the growth and employment agenda, and I'm quite confident that in the future, Portugal will go even further, not just being seen as a rich country on sustainability, but also a country that being rich on sustainability generates GDP and generates jobs.
a group of energy sources that were formed from ancient plants and organisms during the Carboniferous period, approximately 360 to 286 million years ago, even before the age of dinosaurs. At that time, the land was covered with swamps filled with organisms and plants. As they died, they sank to the bottom of swamps and oceans, and over millions of years started decomposing under layers of sand, clay, and other minerals. Different types of fossil fuels formed depending on the combination of organic matter, temperature, time, and pressure conditions while decomposing. There are three major types of fossil fuels: coal, oil, and natural gas. Coal was formed from ferns, plants, and trees, which hardened due to pressure and heat. Oil was formed from small organisms like zooplankton and algae, where pressure caused the more complex organic matter to decompose. Natural gas was formed by the same process as oil, only it was exposed to more heat and pressure, causing it to further decompose and turn into a gaseous form. Fossil fuels are sought after energy sources because they have a high energy density. They are the world's dominant energy source. Fossil fuels have a variety of applications from electricity production to transport fuels. They can also be used to make a variety of common products, from plastics to cosmetics to even some medicine. These resources have powered industrialization over history and continue to do so today. Fossil fuels can be an abundant and, or in some cases, a scarce and expensive form of energy, depending on geographic location. For this reason, geopolitical issues arise due to scarcity caused by the natural geographic allocation of these highly valuable resources. Fossil fuels are considered non-renewable resources because they take millions of years to form, which means that once they are used, the resources will not be replenished in a human lifetime. The gradual depletion of the most accessible fossil fuel reserves have forced companies to develop technologies for extracting more challenging or unconventional reserves. In many cases, this means additional safety and environmental concerns as well as higher costs. Fossil fuels are also the largest emitters of carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas which causes climate change. In addition, their production causes both environmental
Cause your sky 'Cause you're a sky, 'cause you're a sky full of stars. 'Cause you light up the path. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. 'Cause in the sky, 'cause in the sky full of stars, I think I saw you. Cause you're a sky, 'cause you're a sky full of stars. I wanna die in your arms. 'Cause you get lighter the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart.
It's done.
If you want to start a YouTube channel, but you know
Thank you.
Thank you. And now it is a presentation about nuclear energy from Romania. I will share the material, and please, Romanian students, be ready.
Okay, so I'm going to read, but sadly I don't have a camera and I cannot join from my phone.
We hear you.
Okay, so a short history of nuclear energy. Excuse me a second. Okay, more than 1.5 billion years ago, a nuclear fission reaction took place in an underground uranium deposit in Oklo, Gabon. Where it was active, the natural reactor generated fission products very similar to those produced in modern nuclear power plants. The use of nuclear energy is economic and clean during use, and it doesn't pollute the atmosphere. But, unfortunately, nuclear power plants are very expensive, and the waste must be stored for hundreds of years before becoming harmless. The worst nuclear power plant accident in history was at Chernobyl in April 1986. It had the maximum level 7 on the International Nuclear Event Scale. And so here is a picture. The world's oldest power plant is situated in Obninsk, Russia, former USSR, and is known as APS-1, Obninsk, Atomic Power Station 1, Obninsk. It produced 6 megawatts, and it started working on 1st June 1964, and it shut down on April 29, 2002. The world's newest power plant is situated in Hongyang, China. It first started on June 6th, 2013, and its second reactor connected to grid on November 23, 2013. It produces 1,000 megawatts, and it has planned another 4 reactors. In Romania, we have a nuclear power plant in Cernavoda since 1972. Here's a picture. The nuclear energy produced by plants is insufficient, so all countries look for other ways to produce energy. The main source of energy is fossil fuel, and on the second place are the water power plants. Types of nuclear energy. There are different types of nuclear reactions. They separate into 2 main groups, artificial and natural. Then they further separate into fission and fusion reactions. There's also a few types of radiation. The main ones are alpha, beta, and gamma radiation. They differ by its strength and duration. Nuclear power plant is a power station in which the heat source is a nuclear reactor. The main part is the reactor, which is cooled by water. Then the water boils and produces steam, which rotates the turbine and produces energy. Here's the radiation exposure in daily life. And as you can see, we are exposed to radiation every day. For example, during a flight or having an X-ray, we are exposed to radiation. Depending on the type of an X-ray, it may vary from 50 sieverts when you make a basic chest X-ray up to 7,000 sieverts when it comes to tomography. This dosage might seem high, but this procedure has become a routine as it is the best way to determine the disease or the damage in the body. We can be exposed even while walking in a public space or lying on the beach in Brazil, but these are rather safe quantities, so we shouldn't worry much about the possible illnesses from radiations. These are acute radiation sickness, local damaged skin, the damage of the fetus and impairment of fertility, and the fourth, the turbidity of islands. Here we have top 10 nuclear disasters, and as I said in the beginning, the first one is in Chernobyl. And we have Fukushima in Japan, and a few others. And this is the list of our sources. Thank you for listening.
And thank you. And now, students, you have received the schedule for today. You can see in which group you are. And you will receive now some information about the future activities.
Hello. Now our activity is about non-renewable energy. We divided the students and teachers into the groups in breakout rooms. But so sorry, some little changes will occur because of that. Some guests are entered the Zoom with different names and or missing names, but most of them are okay. I sent the document for the task via chat. Dear students, please get the task in PDF and Word form from the chat. Download to your computer, please. And also, I will share this. You will work in a group and we are asking to prepare a presentation. Doesn't matter whatever you use, PowerPoint, Powtoon, Canva, poster, doesn't matter. In your presentation, you should be able to answer the following questions. These questions are here, and you got the task in written form. Students' group work in the breakout rooms will take almost 30 minutes. In this time, within that time, you will prepare your presentation. And then you will come to main room and group presentations will take. Before this, please one of the students from each group, please put your work into the drive link. We will share this drive link. Fulya hocam, would you please share your drive link with chat? And then after group presentations, don't forget to write a comment and or upload the photo on the Padlet. This link. Okay, I'm opening the breakout rooms. You are going to breakout rooms. Some of the names are out of the groups because of the different names. So sorry. I'm assigning to some groups. Magda, Carolina. Fulya duyuyor musun?
Benim internet çok kötü Dilek.
Fulya
Yani var ya,
ben de
söyle.
Grupları oluşturuyorum. Sürekli düşenler var, tekrar gelenler var, isimleri farklı yazanlar var. Çok fenaydı. Duydun beni? Duyuyor musun?
Hı hı. Duyuyorum. Bir şey diyeceğim. All participant screen share verir misin Dilek?
Vereyim dur.
Çünkü şimdi kimin screen share yapacağını bilmiyoruz ya.
Tabii hepsini yapayım dur şimdi. João de Silva.
I was supposed to be on room 4.
Sorry, Jose. So sorry because the written names are different.
Okay.
Because of that, you are in this group, doesn't matter.
Okay.
You
So
can work in this group.
Okay, they can stay. So Rodrigo, you can also stay in that room, okay?
Who will present your presentation? Did you decide? Please, first of all, decide who will present and who will prepare the PowerPoint or whatever you want presentation type. Who will create your presentation? And please open your camera. You can talk each other. Who will responsible?
Dilek, I guess there's a misunderstanding. I guess they are preparing their own presentation, each of them. So maybe they have to start to talk with each other to prepare just one presentation. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
So Daniele, Anna, did you hear it?
Okay, so we're supposed to work as a group, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a problem here. If we're all working together, then wouldn't it be best for someone to be able to share their screen? I think from what I've heard, this is impossible.
And now you are permitted to share your screen.
Okay, so.
And also you can share your, for example, information, photos via chat.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, Dilek, tamam.
So. Is there anyone here that wants to do the PowerPoint or can do a PowerPoint well? I'm not the most appropriate person to do it.
Hi everyone. Did you decide who will responsible for the create your presentation?
I am.
Andre.
Yes.
Andre. You will prepare just one presentation.
Yes.
You can share your research with chat. You can send each other all information via chat.
Yes.
Also, you can, all of you can share your screen. You are permitted now.
So, Andre.
Dilek ya Nehir'i bir gönderir misin? Sesin kısık da sen bir şey diyeceğim. Sen burada bekle ben gruplara şey yapayım.
Ben 6 ve 7'ye gittim.
Tamam. Sen burada bekle çünkü.
Tamam.
Tamam sen burada bekle çünkü ben gönderemiyorum kimseyi.
Nehir hangi gruptaydın?
Bilmiyorum.
Hocam bilmiyorum ben gruba girmeden düştüm.
7'ye gir. 7'deydin galiba. Ben seni 7'ye sayayım.
O zaman ikinci gruba gidiyorum. Bakalım.
If it's conventional, it should be standard drilling, I think. And if it's unconventional, it has to be done with, I think it can't be done with regular drilling. So it's pretty harmful.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, hello.
Hello. Did you decide who will responsible for the sharing your work?
Not yet.
Please, who is volunteer to share your work and create the presentation?
They are very quiet. It's not easy to
yeah.
The one that is getting some move is Leila, your student.
Leila, come on, you can do.
I can share. I'm not the best at PowerPoints.
Hey guys, you can share your information that you researched from the internet. You can share via chat. And then Leila, a quick presentation, please.
Yes.
About the natural gas.
All right.
Thank you, Dilek.
Come on, guys. Hurry up. Move on.
Yes, thank you. So you heard the Turkish teacher Dilek. That's what I told you before. It's not a big work. It's only your ideas about what you've heard, what you've researched. So what I suggested was choose the way you want to show your work, so that you can start putting there your ideas and work together. Leila showed us this good, I think it's a good start. So move, guys.
Okay, I have to go now to the other room.
Valla İzabel ne dediğini anlamadım. Girdim gruba ama.
İzabel hangi grupta, ona göre yapmam lazım.
İzabel ikinci grupta. İzabel'e
Ama
host yapar mısın?
yapamayabilirim. Çünkü şu an participantların arasında gözükmüyor. Ana gruba gelmesi lazım ki ancak öyle yapabilirim.
Participantlar arasında anladım. Peki bir şey diyeceğim Dilekçim. Yine record etmeye başlamışsın. Çok
evet.
güzel. Üçüncü tamam. O zaman başında şey yapman gerekecek. Tamam, ben üçüncü gruba giriyorum.
Ben 5, 6, 7'ye girdim.
Değil dedi. İsimler belli değil dedi daha İzabel. Biz dedi karar verince söyleyeceğiz dedi. Tamam dedim ben de. Olmazsa chatten isteyelim isimlerini. Ne diyeyim ya.
Dur. Grup 5 Leyla'ydı. Tamam. Senin şeyi paylaşman gerekiyor yalnız gruplarla.
Tamam. Paylaşırım ben onları. Genel bütün gruplara mesaj atar paylaşırım. Şimdi şu gruplara bir gireyim.
Tamam.
Dur hatta sen direkt söyledin ya, ben onun adresini daha hazır değildim.
Bende var,
bir saniye
var.
Dur.
Bende var, paylaşayım dur sen.
Dur gönder yapacağım şimdi ama dosyayı. Tamam buldum. Buldum, paylaşıyorum direkt. Tamam hallettim.
Ben 4'e gidiyorum. Gelirim ben, şey değil.
Tamam sen 4'e git. Ben de
Ne ya, 15 dakika yapmadım ki ben. 30 dakika yaptım.
15 dakika.
Ben 15.
Ne diyor?
Tamam. Açık yaptım, tuttum. Breakout room'ları şey diye 15 dakika doldu diye yazıyor da ben 30 dakika.
Bir şey diyeceğim. Bütün breakout room'lara anladım. Bütün breakout room'lara sen mesaj gönderebilirsin değil mi Dilek şu anda? O zaman şu share link'i sen oraya göndersene. Please işte hani when your presentation is ready upload to. Bende link var da. Hani chat'ten ben gönderirsem herkese ulaşır mı acaba? Yani şu andaki link bu.
Sen bana bir şeyden atar mısın? Chat'ten atar mısın? Bendeki link şu an açık da
Hani breakout room'lara acaba göndersen nasıl olur? Şimdi ben Ervan'a göndereceğim de chat'ten acaba görebiliyorlar mı?
Gönderiyorum şu an. Bir saniye senin.
Tamam. Ben bir diğer gruplara gireyim geliyorum. Var mı sıkıntı? Gerçi hiçbir gruptan da bir şey anlayamıyorum. O kadar kötü ki internetim. Yani çok kötü ya. Donup duruyor herkes.
Hello, everyone. Who is creating the presentation and who will share the presentation in this group?
It's me, Guilherme.
Guilherme.
Yes, Guilherme Pinto.
Sorry.
No problem.
Guilherme Pinto. Huh?
Yeah.
Group 4. Room 4. You can share your information with your friends via chat. And also, all of you can share your screen. Wow.
Dilek bu Dilena'yı sesin kapalı. Bu Dilena'yı bir yere gönderir misin?
O hangi gruptaydı öğrenmem lazım çünkü şey. Andrei. Budileno.
Yes.
Your room, what was it?
I'm in the group 6, but I entered it so I can enter from my PC so I can share the presentation.
Group 6, okay.
Dilek, Group 3'de Ana Caroline sunum yapacakmış.
Bu isimler çok değişik olduğu için.
Ana Caroline.
Bir saniye şu şeyi bir yazayım da grup 6'nın şeyini. Çünkü o çocuk şeydi. Bu ne o?
Tamam. Ay Dilek ben çok yoruldum. Ben bir kahve mi yapsam kendime? Seni düşünemiyorum.
Ya, ben recording.
Ha pardon.
Group.
Ya bence var bu. İkinci partı konuşuyorsun ya. Yok recording kısmı yok yani. Kızım kimse yokken niye record ediyorsun ya? Burayı ne record ediyorsun?
What was your group name? Group number?
Group 6.
Group 6. Okay, I'm moving you to group 6 again.
Thanks.
Daniel, you can also.
Hey guys.
Yes,
how are
hello.
you?
Well, they're a little bit shy. Only two of them speak a lot. The other
like,
ones even
like other groups. Come on, guys, hurry up.
Yes.
Move on.
they answer already the questions. They are doing the PowerPoint. Okay, and they are searching for pictures to put on the PowerPoint and share in the chat. Okay.
All participants can share their screen. You are permitted.
Yeah.
And in this group, who will present your work? I need the name.
Yeah, I will present. Yes.
Konstantin Gabriel.
Yes.
Deniz, Defne.
I think one of them has problems with the sound. That's why you can say anything. I don't know.
Okay. Take it easy.
Ya benim internet çok kötü geliyor mu sesim ya? Kaç defa çıktım bağlandım tekrar. Söyle.
Geliyor şu an. 1, 2,
söyle.
4, 5, 6, 3 ile 7'ye gidip isimleri alıyorum ben.
3'ü ben söyleyeyim sana hemen.
3'ü
söyleyeyim. 3'ü var. Ana Caroline.
Ana Caroline.
Hı hı.
Tamam. Bir 5
7'ye de istiyorsan
1,
ben
2, 3,
gideyim.
4, 5, 6, 7. Git 7'ye ben gittim.
Tamam.
Hi everyone. How's going?
It's going well.
Well, okay. Last 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's almost finished. We are trying so hard. Like, I hope we will finish it. But they need some encouragement. That's why.
We don't want an extra effort or a wonderful presentation.
No, I know, but they are trying to send the questions. We divided into some parts to answer each questions. Now they are sending their own answers, and it's coming together on the one presentation.
Okay. I'm leaving.
Hello.
Hello, Diego. What was your group?
6. I have to leave these times because my computer is
Okay.
crashing. I have
Okay,
to
doesn't
leave.
matter. You are leaving now?
No, I have to leave because my computer is
Okay.
constantly crash. But you can put me in
Which group?
room 6. Room 6, please.
Okay. Çağla?
Hocam beni de 6'ya koyabilir misiniz?
Tamam. Fulya.
How was
Yes.
group working? Did you enjoy it?
Yes. Have you put the link?
Shoots, right?
Yes, Magda, I put it link on the chat, and again I'm putting. Dear students, please upload your work.
Please, Andre.
Drive link. Sorry, Monela.
Dilek, can I say something to my students? Okay.
Okay.
I have a message.
Because they have to see some of them.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Alunos do 11º A têm que sair porque têm aula agora, está bem?
Pastora, eu estava a tentar dizer, mas eu já pus o PowerPoint que nós tínhamos feito no nosso grupo. Já pus na Drive, que a pastora tinha mandado o link. Era só para dizer isso mesmo.
Está bem?
Eu tenho de sair.
Pronto, deixem ficar e vou embora, está bem? Ok, thank you.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
They are class one.
In 5 minutes, I must go. So please, Dilek or Fulia, become host for me because my team on room 6 have done all job and they can present without problem.
Okay, so which group can we start? Magda, you said 6, group 6, or we can start with group 1.
Because start what you want, because it's not a problem if I'm here or not. They can manage. I have a clever group, a very clever group 6.
All of the groups are very clever, Magda, please.
Okay, mine it was the best.
All students and all groups are very clever.
See you tomorrow at the same time.
See you.
See you.
Bye.
Don't leave all of them because just some of the students has lessons. Okay. Okay. We are going to present presentation, and at the end of the presentation, we void this presentation, so we will see that which group is clever, according to your vote, of course. Okay, let's start with the first group. Dilek. And
first group, Claudio Santos.
Yes, it's me. Can I start presenting?
Yeah, also you can share your presentation.
Yes. In the chat?
No, on the screen.
Oh, okay. Not nice. Can you see anything?
Yes.
There is a folder.
Okay. Just a second, please.
Maybe who is ready?
We have a presentation ready at room 2.
Okay, Konstantin, group 2, room 2.
Yeah, room 2.
Okay.
I will share the screen.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So, okay. Everybody can hear me well? Okay, so we have coal. On the internet, it is described as a combustible black or dark brown rock, consisting chiefly of carbonized plant matter, found mainly in underground seams and used as fuel. On the second slide here, we have the first question, which is, why is the non-renewable energy in relationship with the sustainability? Now, if anybody from room 2 wants to answer this question, I can answer it too, but it would be nice if everybody worked together on this.
I can.
Okay.
Can you pass the slide?
Yeah, well, this is the question.
It's to answer no.
Oh, there might be a problem. Wait a second. Okay, I'm gonna share the whole screen. That way maybe it works better. Okay. So everything okay now? Okay, so first question. If you can answer, please.
What is the renewable energy and relationship with the sustainability? A non-renewable energy is made of animals decomposed in the ocean, and it takes millions of years. And the relationship with the sustainability, it's that produce CO2, and it's too bad because pollute the air, and we can't see very well, and also
it is also very bad for our future generations. So when it comes to sustainability, coal is not a reliable solution. We will not use it in the future. Okay. Next question. How is your energy source produced and generated? Give a brief information. Here we have a picture. So first of all, raw materials deposited 100 or 400 million years ago. In time, they were compressed and heated for millions of years again, and now they are extracted and used over a long period of time, 200, 300 years. And nowadays, it is converted to electricity and delivered by grid. So this means that in the long future, we will eventually even run out of it. How does it affect the environment? Again, if somebody want to answer.
I can.
Okay.
So coal affects the environment because of the CO2, and it does greenhouse gases into the atmosphere and increase levels of CO2 and other gases that are bad.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
So sorry for interruption. Our time is limited because of that. Almost 3 minutes for all groups.
Okay.
Each group, sorry.
Okay, well, it's 2 more slides. Okay, how will the consumption of this non-renewable energy be in the future? Here's a graph showing for US, the coal production has been going down drastically, and so we expect this in the near future. And the last question, what are the advantages and disadvantages of a non-renewable energy source? I'm going to answer this. So first of all, advantages, it is a quick way of getting energy. It is a cheap way, and it comes it produces a lot of energy. But when it comes to disadvantages, the pollution is very, very bad, one of the worst pollutions ever. And that's about it.
Okay.
Thank you. It's great.
Who is ready? Room 1?
Room 1 is ready.
Okay.
Okay, let me just check. Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so our energy is coal. The first question is, what is a non-renewable energy and relationship with the sustainability? Since coal is a non-renewable source, it releases greenhouse gases to the atmosphere. Therefore, it is not sustainable, and thus it's not optimal to use it. Someone else wants to answer this one?
I can say no.
Okay.
How is your energy source produced, generated? Coal is formed when that plant matter submerged in swamp environments is subjected to the geological forces of heat and pressure over hundreds of millions of years. Over time, the plant matter transforms from moist, low-carbon peat to coal, an energy and carbon-dense, black or brownish-black sedimentary rock.
Someone else, or do I?
Okay, I can present this. So basically, it affects in the environment in which it releases harmful gases that destroy the ozone layer, and thus basically result in climate change and um, solar radiation. That is it.
Yes, I know, just it doesn't allow me to skip this one. Okay. How will the consumption of this non-renewable energy be in the future? So we think that the consumption of this energy will decrease due to the Paris Agreement, which is a legally binding international treaty on climate change. Its goal is to limit global warming to well below 2, preferably to 1.5 degrees Celsius compared to pre-industrial levels. For example, in China, in the government efforts to improve the energy structure and tackle pollution, saw coal use fall between 2014 and 2016.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of your non-renewable energy source? Advantages. It's cheaper, it's easier. Huge global coal reserves. Coal is not an intermittent energy source. Coal is compatible with other energy sources. Disadvantages. Coal burning may also ruin ecosystem. Coal energy produces large amounts of carbon dioxide, which leads to global warming and climate change. The burning of coal is not environmental friendly because it produces harmful byproducts and gas emissions such as the sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide and nitrogen oxide that causes pollution to the environment, including acid rain highly polluting sources. It will run out fast. It's necessary a high investment.
Thank you.
Sorry for interrupting, but I'm from group 6 and I'm the only one who can share his screen and I have to leave. So
Okay, just
can we
start
present
from
now?
group 6 now.
Okay.
Let's start from group 6.
So this is our slideshow. Tell me if you can see anything.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay. This is the first question.
What is
Martin.
the renewable and sustainable energy? Renewable energy includes coal, gas, and oil. Most cars, trains, and planes use non-renewable energy. They are made by burning fossil fuels to create energy. Sustainable energy is energy produced and used in such a way that is meets then the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. It's similar to the concepts of green energy and clean energy in its considerate of energy impacts. Overall formal definition of sustainable energy also includes economic, and social impacts.
Okay, this is the second question.
How is your energy source produced, generated? Nuclear power is created from the release of energy from nuclear reactions. These reactions usually use uranium or plutonium. A relatively small amount of fuel is required to produce the energy. Most byproducts of the reactions are radioactive. There is a debate about whether or not nuclear power should be used.
Okay, so how does it affect the environment? Nuclear power plants constantly emit low levels of radiation into the environment. There is a differing of opinion among scientists over the effects caused by constant low levels of radiation. Various scientific studies have shown an increased rate of cancer among people who live near nuclear power plants.
How will the consumption of this non-renewable energy be in the future? Oil, petroleum, natural gas, coal, and uranium are the most common non-renewable energy sources. These might be considered renewable, but they take thousands of years to create. Therefore, they are consumed faster than they can be replaced and are considered non-renewable. About 40% of the world's energy comes from oil. By itself, the United States are 24% of world uses 24% of the world's oil every year, while only comprising 4.5 of the world population. Only 10% of energy used in the US comes from renewable sources, mostly hydroelectric energy. Worldwide, 85% of the energy comes from non-renewable sources. These sources, such as oil, natural gases, and coal, will eventually be depleted.
Through 2040, the International Energy Outlook projects that look world energy consumption from all fuel sources will increase except for coal, which is projected to continue to be basically flat. Renewable are projected to be fastest growing energy source, while nuclear power is expected to be the world's second fastest growing source of energy.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of your non-renewable energy source? Advantages of nuclear power. Only small amounts of fuel needed to produce lots of energy compared to fossil fuels. Low carbon emissions tends to be supported by large companies and governments. Once up and running, it is cheap to produce electricity. There has been a lot of investment in making sure it is as safe as possible.
Disadvantages of nuclear power. Nuclear waste is highly radioactive. Accidents and leaks can be deadly and last for a long time. Storing nuclear waste is very expensive. Decommissioning nuclear power stations is very expensive. Uranium and plutonium are not renewable, so will run out.
Benefits of nuclear energy. Nuclear energy offers many advantages as the emissions-free workhorse of our energy grid. Its unique value cannot be found in any other energy source. Nuclear protects national security. US leadership in nuclear energy maintains safety and non-proliferation standards globally, support a resilient electric grid at home, and fuels a strong navy. Nuclear fights climate change. Nuclear energy provides large amounts of 24/7 carbon-free electricity now, which is irreplaceable in protecting the environment. Nuclear ensures US leadership in technology. The United States pioneered nuclear energy for the world and, with continued leadership, can respond to growing clean energy demand worldwide with advanced reactors. Nuclear produces electricity reliably. Around the clock, electricity is a must. For our nations to prosper in the 21st century, clean, reliable nuclear energy is a must.
Nuclear generate jobs. Nuclear energy provides more than 100,000 well-paid long-term jobs and supports local economies with millions of dollars in state and local tax revenues. Local protects our our air. Nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, particulate matter, and mercury. All things you don't want in the air you breathe. Nuclear energy provides power 24/7 without a trace of those pollutants. Nuclear boosts international development. Nuclear energy helps developing nations meet sustainable development goals. Nuclear power energy vessels, electrified transportation promises to reduce carbon emissions. When powered by carbon-free nuclear energy, electric vehicles can reach their full potential.
So this is our presentation. I'm sorry, but now I have to leave. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you very much.
And good job.
Thank you. Bye. And the next group, 4, 5, which one?
Can be the group 4.
Please.
Okay. So our group studied the fossil energy oil.
What is the non-renewable energy and relationship with the sustainably? Sustainable energy is one of that is able to meet the growing demand of today's people without compromising the demand of the people that will require it in the future. Renewable energy sources have a low environmental impact, widely available, and are naturally replenished.
How is your energy source produced, generated? Energy comes from different forms of heat, light, thermal, mechanical, electrical, chemical, and nuclear energy. The energy source from which we gain energy are classified broadly into two groups, namely renewable and non-renewable. Renewable sources include solar, wind, geothermal, biomass, and hydropower. Non-renewable sources include fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas, and nuclear energy. Let me summarize this. You have to mine and process to produce oil, and this is our, yes.
So let's talk about oil. Oil is a non-renewable resource that builds up in liquid from between the layers of the Earth's crust. It's retrieved by drilling into the ground and ocean floor and pumping the liquid out. The liquid is often refined and used to create many different products, such as gasoline and other oil-based products.
How will the consumption of this non-renewable energy be in the future? To play its part in mitigating climate change to the degree required, the oil sector must reduce its emissions by at least 3.4 gigatons of carbon dioxide equivalent G2 CO2e a year by 2050. Compared with business as usual, currently planned policy or technology, a 90% reduction in current emissions. Reaching this target will clearly be easier if the use of oil declines. But even if demand doesn't fall much, the sector can abate the majority of its emissions at an average cost of at least $50 per ton of carbon dioxide equivalent average cost CO2e by prioritizing the most cost-effective interventions, process changes, and minor adjustments that help companies reduce their energy consumption will promote the least expensive abatement options.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of your non-renewable energy source? Disadvantages: greenhouse gas emissions, GHG, One of the biggest disadvantages of oil is that it releases carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gas that cause climate change, the pollution of water and earth, the acid rain, and the global warming.
The the advantages. You just show the disadvantages. Yes. What are the advantages and disadvantages of your non-renewable energy source? Advantages. They can be considered inexhaustible on a human scale compared to fossil fuels. Their environmental impact is less than that caused by energy sources from fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas. Since they do not produce carbon dioxide or other greenhouse effect gases. They offer less risks than nuclear energy. They allow the creation of new jobs, investments in less favored areas. They allow to reduce CO2 emissions, better quality of life, cleaner air. They reduce our society's energy dependence on fossil fuels. They grant energy autonomy to a country since its use does not depend on the import of fossil fuels. They lead to research into new technologies that enable better energy efficiency. So I think our presentation is end.
Okay, let's start the other group.
So sorry.
Which group? Group 3, we can start.
3, 5, 7. 7 may start, Alijem.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Please think, yeah, we have 3 minutes. Yeah, we don't want to interrupt you, but when you are making the presentation, if you make a bit quicker, then it will be
okay.
great.
So
wow, such a nice presentation.
Yeah. So as group 7 needed nuclear energies, what is the non-renewable energy and relationship with the sustainability? So nuclear energy is the energy in the core of an atom. Atoms are tiny units that make up all matter in the universe, and energy is what holds the core together. So there is a huge amount of energy in the atom's dense core. So it provides a lot of, reproducing, things like that. Nuclear energy is maybe the cleanest energy in the world, making it very sustainable. Nuclear is a zero emission clean energy source. It generates power through fission, which is the process of splitting uranium atoms to produce energy. Here is a video to add the video. May I open this or don't we have time?
No, we don't have time.
Okay, so
continue.
Just know that the nuclear energy is like 250 times safer than any energy source. That's really good. How is your energy source produced/generated? Give a brief information. Nuclear power plants heat water to produce steam. The steam is used to spin large turbines that generate electricity. That is not the nuclear energy, but it isn't like a factor that is to nuclear energy, how it produces and things like that. How does it affect the environment? Nuclear energy does not release any greenhouse gases, so does not contribute to global climate change. However, nuclear wastes are wastes are difficult to manage and can be some accidents like Chernobyl. How will the consumption of this non-renewable energy be in the future? Since the discovery of fossil fuels, humanity has been moving towards the disaster of environmental impacts because these fossil fuels are limited, they are not renewed, and so burning them to produce fuels leads to rapid increasing in global warming, as we can see right here. What are the advantages and disadvantages of your non-renewable energy source? It produces no polluting gases and does not contribute to global warming. But the disadvantages is like waste is a radioactive and safe disposal is very difficult and it's expensive. Local thermal pollution from wastewater affects marine life, so be careful not to cause any accidents. Despite producing massive amounts of carbon-free power, nuclear energy produces more electricity on less land than any other clean air source. It also keeps the air clean by removing thousands of tons of harmful air pollutants each year that contribute to acid rain, smog, lung cancer, and cardiovascular disease. I don't know how to spell that. Yeah, so that is.
Thank you very much. And group 5. Leyla?
Natural gas. Composed mostly of methane, natural gas is generally considered either conventional or unconventional, depending on where it's found underground. It isn't very sustainable as it is about to run out, and it does cause a lot of harm, as most fossil fuels. The production, if someone wants to keep going, they can just interrupt me and start. But it is formed when layers of decomposing plant and animal matter are exposed to intense heat and pressure under the surface of Earth over millions of years. The energy that the plants originally obtained from the sun is stored in form of chemical bonds in the gas. Extraction, it has two different types, conventional and unconventional. Conventional natural gas is located in porous and permeable rock beds or mixed into oil reservoirs and can be accessed via standard drilling. Unconventional natural gas is essentially any form of gas that is too difficult or expensive to extract via regular drilling. How does it affect the environment? It might not emit carbon dioxide as much as coal, but it still emits carbon dioxide and it harms nature. It still causes the greenhouse effect and acid rains harming nature and humans. Natural gas in the future. With new types of renewable fuels, fossil fuels will be used less and less. The fuel will run out and in the near future and will hopefully be replaced with a more renewable and sustainable resource.
I can read this one if you want.
Please.
Okay. Advantages and disadvantages. Advantages. It is relatively easy to extract and transport. It produces less CO2. It has more reserves than other fossil fuels. It's safer to store. Natural gas is less harmful. It burns cleaner than all other fossil fuels. Natural gas is extremely reliable, unlike electric power that can be knocked out during a storm. It contributes to reducing the deforestation by replacing firewood. Disadvantages. Gas is highly flammable, which means leaks can result in explosions. Natural gas is toxic. Gas infrastructure is expensive. Pipelines cost a significant amount of money to construct. Unless an odorant is added to the gas, leaks can go undetected. Before commercial and residential use, there is a long and costly process.
Okay, thank you. I think the last group 3, room 3. Anna Caroline. Is she here?
Teacher, I think she's in classes. So.
Okay.
You're going to share group 3?
I guess Anna, but Anna is not now here. Maybe.
Do you want to share group 3 presentation if you have? Okay. Unfortunately, we cannot post group 3 because you don't have presentation, I think.
And also group 3.
I'm sorry, they have a presentation. I had to leave because I had a meeting that I couldn't keep. Okay, so they have a presentation, but now I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry.
And doesn't matter. They can upload the drive link, their work, maybe later. Thank you very much, Fulya Hocam. Polls.
Yes, thank you very much for all presentation. You work very hard, and I think you look tired a little bit. Now we are going to launch polling. So according to presentation, of course, we are not avoiding group 6 because we haven't watched yet, but please pause the presentation for the groups. So I'm opening the launch polling. Okay, now, yes. Now can you see the polls? I launch it.
I think maybe you need to give them the code. Or
no, there is no code. I think
no.
No, you
oh,
should...
we just write in here. Okay, thank you. Okay, okay, good. Okay.
Shall teachers also
Of
course do it?
Of course you can if you want.
Okay, I think you all finished polling. Is it? Did you finish? Now I'm ending the poll. Pause. Okay, I'm ending the poll. Okay, share. I will share the results. So as you see that, the which present. Can you share the result? No.
Who is sharing? Fulya.
Yes. I'm not sharing.
There is another thing on the screen.
No, it came now.
It's okay?
Yeah, it came.
Okay, so according to the sharing, so which presentation was the best prepared for the criteria? Group 7. Room 7, congratulations. Room 7. Which presentation was the most impressive? Room 4. Congratulations, room 4. And there are also, you can see some votes for room 6. And which group do you think division of cooperation was the best? Room 6. Congratulations, room 6. Okay, I think your teacher will be give something to you, I hope, at the end of the pandemic situation and at the end of the school open, I hope.
Maybe extra points.
Maybe extra points, yes, extra,
points
yeah.
are good, I think.
Extra oral grades, maybe, I don't know. We have the list of group 6 and group 4 and group, okay. Which group do you think division of cooperation was the best? Okay, thank you. Okay, I think we are all finished. Very nice work, you. We are end of the day. So thank you very much for your cooperation. And if you want to say something, there's also another Padlet. Yes, Padlet link says.
Guys, please write something on the Padlet. The Padlet link is written in the.
Please don't leave. Don't leave.
Don't leave.
Just a couple of, yes, just 2 minutes. Give 2 minutes and give some feedback about the day. Yeah, the first feedback, yeah, it is long, I know.
Link is on the chat. I think you worked hard. In a limited time, the presentations are very good, I think.
Maybe they can finish if they want later on.
Yes.
Maybe.
Okay, please write your feedbacks. It's important for our project.
Yes.
Okay. See you.
See you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.